Yo, these Democrats and liberals, they go from one extreme to the next to push their agenda. If you go back to some of my previous videos, I stated that Roe v. Wade wasn't really going to affect the black community. That whole bill being passed and overturned was basically to preserve another nation of people, another race of people, if you catch my drift. It wasn't about you melanated women not having the ability or rights, as you call them, rights, to march down to one of these clinics and actually terminate your pregnancy. And I think the record labels got the drift too. I think the record labels caught wind to continue to push the moral degradation on melanated women. I want to show y'all an interesting video clip. Hopefully y'all can see this. But if you can't hear it really well, at least you can hear what's being said. I won't name who this rapper is because I don't want to promote this particular artist. But a lot of y'all seen this video floating around. People have been sharing it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I almost don't have words to describe what we just witnessed. So let me get this right. You forgot the plan B. Now you marching down to Planned Parenthood with murder on your mind. With murder on your mind. So for everybody who was fighting for the right to terminate pregnancies and vouching for the modern woman and talking about how, you know, a woman has a right to choose. Here you have a rapper who is telling you off the break that she has murder on her mind. So when they're going down to the Planned Parenthood, they understand, right? They have wrapped their mind around the concept that they're going to actually murder a child. Murder. She said she had murder on her mind, which shows you how sick these individuals are. It also shows you that these witches are gaining some type of glory. They're getting some type of power off of sacrifice, as I've been eloquently telling you from video to video to video to video. See, ladies and gentlemen, let's play this back.
Yeah.
Y'all want to know an interesting fact? Here's something very interesting. Back in the 90s, when NWA dropped F the Police, did you all know that police violence, violence against the police, actually rose 300%? Yeah. Violent acts against the police rose 300% after F the Police dropped. So what do you think these record labels are trying to do within our communities, ladies and gentlemen? See, the thing about it, Roe v. Wade really doesn't matter because Planned Parenthood is private funding. And you can find, these Planned Parenthoods in certain communities, certain demographics in certain areas. And they're not in the suburbs. In the suburbs, they have fertility clinics. They're actually trying to preserve their seed. They're actually trying to live. Whereas though in our community, we're dying inordinately. And there's a reason why. The scriptures tell us that there is no evil like the evil of a woman. Every evil is little to the evil of a woman. Why does the Bible tell us that? Because they have control over life and death. Yeah, they hold the keys to life or death in this particular land, and they've chose death. They've chose death. See, this would end up happening if by some stretch of the imagination, by some luck, one of these young men or young ladies survived the womb. If they survive the womb and they're actually raised by these demon seeds, they end up taken to the streets anyway. And then they're taken out by gun violence. So all the male rappers that you see dying inordinately, a lot of the times they're raised by these demented psychopaths. Remember, the scripture says that menstruous women will give birth to monsters. Yes, monsters, I tell you. So if they end up making it, surviving the womb, because for those who don't know, abortion is the #1 killer in our nation, the #1 killer. It ain't gun violence. So all you Black Lives Matter individuals, you really should be addressing this type of video. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. I know you're taken to the streets anytime a police guns down one of our people. But guess what? The statistics compared to abortion are astronomical. There's an astronomical difference. Matter of fact, when it comes to gun violence between, let's say, black on black crime, far as, Chirac, Chicago. Let's not call it Chirac. Let's call it Chicago. There are good people still there. Let's say New York City, Los Angeles, so on and so forth. All of those people killing each other, all together. Let's put all those numbers together. All gun violence in the United States together doesn't compare to abortions. And individuals think that my gripe with the modern woman is somehow something personal. No, maybe I have love for humanity. Maybe my gripe with the modern woman is that she's going to destroy our nation of people. Maybe my gripe with the modern woman is that she's anti-life and I'm a pro-life advocate. Have anybody ever wrapped their mind around that part? See, hip-hop music has contributed to genocide on a mass scale. But this right here is the straw that breaks the camel's back. It seems that over the years, these record execs, these label owners, these bigwigs, these corporate meat suits who fund the prison industrial complex, it seems that they came together, right? They came together and said, you know what? We're pushing a lot of black on black crime, through this drill music. Bodies are dropping in the streets. People are falling victim. People are dying expeditiously. But if we could just get the woman to spearhead the movement, we can get these little demon seeds out of the womb, because that's how they look at us, right? We can get these little devils out of the womb before, they're even born. And then you know we're really capitalizing on the deaf culture. Because if you don't believe there's a concerted effort to destroy our people at this point, I don't know where your mind is at. If you don't see the concerted effort to totally destroy our people. If you haven't seen it then, you see it now. By the way, Planned Parenthood, founded by Margaret Sanger, who was connected to the KKK, Margaret Sanger said that the black race was like human weeds that needed to be plucked up and exterminated. Yeah, she wanted to exterminate us. And now you have this puppet, this shell of a woman. I don't know what this is, a wild banshee, if you will, a beast. You got her pushing the agenda of Margaret Sanger. Yeah. You got her pushing the agenda of Margaret Sanger. Somebody said gotta be an agent. I mean, listen, here's the issue though. How many modern women, how many women in general, aside from Candace Owens, the one that y'all, you know, a lot of modern women tend to hate, you know, Candace Owens. Why is it that she's the only one speaking out against this? Why is Candace Owens the only woman that I see publicly, with the voice, with the mic, speaking out against this, when you got all these women running a trap all on social media, trying to start dating shows, you know, trying to be somebody, trying to be the next Kevin Samuels. You got all these modern women teachers and preachers and spiritual leaders and all of these things, but why is there a lack of attention towards that? Because guess what? They represent you on a grand scale. You're being represented whether you like it or not. And if there's no voices out there to basically show any level of public outrage, guess what? There's no media pushback. Therefore, they can keep on putting their foot and, you know, sticking their pinky toe up in the water, testing the waters, and keep on pushing the agenda further. Yeah, somebody said, but they said she turned her back on us when she trying to help us out. You know, and let me say this. I don't really get involved in politics like that, but let's make it clear. If somebody is saying something real, then you should take heed to what's being said. If Candace Owens is the only woman that I see personally, I haven't seen many people at all speaking out against this, then guess what? We need to take heed to what she's saying because it's true. There's a graveyard full of brothers that's sitting there rotting and turning in their grave. It's a graveyard full of brothers that died by the hands of the modern woman. Some before they even came out of the womb. And if you look at what's going on right now, the line them up, set them up culture, there's a lot of them that's getting blood on their hands every single day. Brothers is getting set up, brothers is getting wet up. I told y'all it was gonna be a hot summer before the summer even started. I said it's gonna get real saucy out here in these streets because the witch and the succubus have been rose to prominence and they out here taking out souls. And y'all brothers still ain't paying attention to how to move out here. You still thinking with your phallus out here? Imagine getting one of these wild beasts pregnant. She been to sacrifice your child and you ain't even know it. And these the type of brothers, these the type of sisters that you brothers be chasing. Why? Because they got they butt cheeks out and they carry themselves a certain way and they seem easy to get with. Not even knowing that her ways lead to death. She's getting gratification in the spiritual realm. This woman bragged, boasted about going to the Planned Parenthood. You know why? Because the modern BW found out she can still terminate her pregnancy, like I told y'all was going to happen. That law was passed for certain people in certain places. That's why in individual states, there are all kind of red tape around the whole abortion law thing. There's all kind of loopholes. Because, listen, this system strategically passed that law for certain people in certain places. And the modern woman found out, okay, we just going to do plan Bs. We're going to do plan Bs. This is how fixated they are with murder. This is how fixated they are. Instead of taking accountability and responsibility and picking and choosing the right man so when they do get pregnant, they can actually carry out full term, bring forth life and actually have a family. Nah, they want to still live ratchet. They still want to live reckless. They still want to go out here and do whatever. So they found out, okay, we could still march on down and we could do what we want to do. So they're gloating just to show you that they have no shame. These are evil women. Evil, destructive women. Yup. Somebody said the Terminatrix. That's what Sotomayor called them, Terminatrix. Somebody said Jezebel's spirit is strong on this earth. Real talk. Somebody said black women are more than hips and thighs. Should be an example of teachers, mothers, helpmates to strong black men producing healthy black children. That's not what most of these modern women want to do. A lot of them got murder on their mind. And if you listen to that particular hook of that song, the way she's chanting, "Let's go," she's trying to lure in a whole generation of other women. Not only is she sinful and demonic and wicked, but she's trying to lead other women to the hellfire. And it's going to take the Most High God judging, man. It's going to take the Most High God judging. And if you are a righteous woman, if you are a woman of truth, a woman of substance, a woman who is pro-life, then this type of content that I'm making should, soon as I start making videos like this, it should be thumbs up all the way up. Y'all supposed to be pounding that like button. Y'all supposed to be sharing this everywhere. I'm supposed to get on social media, and every woman that got any spirit, any heart, any soul, it should be on her social media like, yo, this brother's telling the truth. That don't represent us. But you don't have that. You don't have the support when brothers speak out against it. And then you don't have many women saying anything about these things. Seriously. Somebody said Jezebel's spirit are very high in the workplace, very dangerous. We need to be very careful, aware of praise to the Most High. Real talk. Ladies and gentlemen, that's called premeditated murder. You got the modern woman on social media boasting about premeditated murder. Destroying our future doctors, lawyers, prophets, scientists, athletes, teachers, educators, historians, dancers, entertainers. Yeah, destroying the future generation. The powers that be have studied our people very well, and they understand that uh, that all you have to do is bring some rhythm, a little bit of wordplay, a catchy little jingle, and the mass majority of the sheeple, the mass majority of the brainwashed people, they're going to follow behind it. Especially these women out here who don't have no type of covering, no type of head, no type of leadership, no type of man in their life to lead them. The streets got them, man. There's a devil in the ghetto running loose, and it's ripping souls out of people, bro. And a lot of these women, they have basically made an agreement with the kingdom of darkness, man. They done made an agreement with Satan to destroy the generation to come. All so they can be in power for a short amount of time. Because, listen, they're going to be judged real soon. Somebody said our people sucks at supporting each other a majority of the times, but they rather support their enemies like fools. Exactly. Exactly. Somebody said only 240 likes. Damn shame, Bree. Exactly. They don't. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. That's why a part of me has kind of like given up speaking up out against these type of things, because it's like people don't care. People don't. They really don't care, bro. T-Raw, thanks for the $10 contribution. Somebody said it's a shame how people at the music industry make fools out of us. Right. A bunch of damn spectators. But here's the thing. If we go with silence, if we don't share our thoughts as people, and you just liking and sharing, it's showing the world that you are against that representation. I don't think a lot of individuals understand that these channels are more than just these channels are more than just your entertainment. Everything now is conducted in a court of public opinion. Everything that takes place in the world right now is conducted in a court of public opinion. People are even getting convicted, thrown in jail behind the court of public opinion. Nowadays, it ain't no judicial system. It ain't no law. It ain't no balance in the scales. It's based on people's opinions. What do the mass majority of people follow behind? Listen, they threw R. Kelly in jail based on what the mass majority of people believe, right? And I'm not saying he don't belong there. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is things were conducted off of what's shown on the media. That's often how it goes on social media. If you can conduct a smear campaign and demonize somebody and there's no public pushback, it is what it is. So the same goes for when we actually speak on certain scenarios and issues. If the public is liking these talking points, pushing it, spreading the word, then certain things got to be put on the table. Because how is it that Roe v. Wade was put out and this particular song is not labeled criminal? Why that song is not criminal? If Roe v. Wade was overturned, how can she still brag about marching down to Planned Parenthood with murder on her mind? How? Because, as I said before, there is no equality here. There is no justice here. There is no balance here. America is Babylon, bro. America is evil as hell. And they're going to continue to aim at the children of Israel, because that's who we are. But in case you don't know, we the chosen people. Y'all see it, we the chosen ones. We the chosen ones. So they aiming at the Most High's people, man. They don't want our children to be born. Yup. Somebody said, be encouraged no matter what's going on. God is in control. Right. I know the Most High is going to destroy these individuals. Somebody said, the world have to accept this crazy lifestyle in order for the mark of the beast to be shown in our face. Exactly, man. They're incrementally breaking down the defenses of the people. Imagine a music video like that dropping in the early 90s. You could never have nothing like that in the early 90s drop. You would have had so many people protesting that particular video. You would have had so many people outraged. They would have been breaking albums, standing in front of the distribution companies, standing in front of the record stores, and they would have been stomping down on that type of music. Now, when somebody speak out against it, you can't even get people to thumb a video up. This world is done, bruh. This world is done, bruh. It's cooked. It's over. It's over. Yeah, absolutely. Go over there to my Patreon and get my uncensored content. Go over there to Patreon and get my uncensored content. Yep, somebody said peace and blessings to the chat, including the gracious host. Thank you, I appreciate it. Somebody said, imagine someone looking like her in any past era. Exactly. It'd have been, oh man, listen, it would have been a media firestorm for somebody dropping a track like that. And I find it rather ironic right around the time where, you know, we're soon reaching time to enter ballots for this political front, this whole, you know, election race type of situation or scenario. I find it rather ironic how all of a sudden a song like that dropped. One thing about those Democrats and those damn left-wing liberal extremists, one thing about them is they love to pander to your lower selves. A lot of y'all ladies out here, they pander to your lower selves because y'all the ones who be electing these people. Y'all the ones that be getting them in office. And I used to think that the ballot was rigged. I used to think the ballot was rigged, how Biden got in the office, but I changed my sentiments on that. I don't think the ballot was rigged. I think that under Trump's administration, the modern woman got tired of not having a certain voice or certain rights and certain ways to move. And the reason why Biden got all those votes is because the modern woman marched her happy ass down there and got him elected, got him and Carmella elected. That's what I believe happened. Seriously. They didn't like the rulership of anybody who's masculine, anybody who is leading the country. Listen, the economy was too good. Men were in control in a lot of the workplaces. Things were different under Trump. It just is what it is. Things were different under Trump. That's my opinion. Not saying that I'm take one side or another, but you see the difference. I believe they marched on down there and they made sure it was some more Democrats back in office. Because listen, the modern woman don't want no order. They don't want no order. And think about how much power they had. Cardi B was the one main female rapper pushing to put Biden in the office. Cardi B, who don't know a damn thing about politics, was the main female artist pushing to put Biden in the office. And now look what we have. Anytime the left side is in the office, it seems like the barriers of morality break just a little bit further. It seems like morality dwindles just a little bit further every time the left is in the office. Somebody said it was all about them. They showed me some attention, modern women. Yeah, that's what it was all about. That's what it was all about. The reason why Biden and Kamala in office is because the modern woman put them there. And more than likely, Joe Biden is going to kick the bucket. And what's going to end up happening is Kamala's going to run the country. And if Joe Biden don't kick the bucket, he's going to be damn near there. Kamala's going to take over under the Constitution. And then you know what happens after that? It's going to be hard for a man to even get on a ballot after that. It's going to be hard. Matter of fact, the 38th president of the United States actually predicted that happening. Do your research. I believe, who was the 38th president? I think it was Eisenhower? I forget who it was, but I know it was the 38th president actually predicted that one day we would have a president that would die in office the vice president would be a female. Once this president dies, this female takes over, and the world will never be the same again after that. It'll be difficult for a man to even get on the ballot, and it'll be nothing but chaos. When it comes to morality, that's gonna be done. Once a woman is controlling a nation, that's it. That's completely out of order. Completely out of order. That's the land we're gonna be living in. It's gonna turn into Hunger Games out here. They already ready to start purge laws out there in Chicago. And by the way, those laws that's passed in Chicago January 1st are not up for public. They're not up for federal review. It's a law. We looking at the Hunger Games coming true. Somebody said, I think it was Ford, but I seen that. Yeah, I think it was Ford. Yep. Yep. Somebody said, blame the demise of America on the black woman. Somebody says, blame the demise of America. I blame it on everybody, but let's just make this clear. I'm talking about the modern woman. I never said BWs are the ones who marched down and got them elected, because if BWs are the so-called minority, if they're the minority in the land, that'll be an impossibility. It was modern women in general. Let's make this clear. The Satanists, the witches, all of them all compared are for the downfall. And it was prophesied to fall anyway. So the Most High is going to destroy this place. This is prophecy. It is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to go on too longer. It is what it is. More than likely, this will go on Patreon. A lot of my content is going to go over there, since we don't get the support we deserve here on YouTube. It's like people don't understand the importance of thumbing my videos up, so it is what it is. That's why y'all not seeing me every day. I'm taking my content elsewhere until the support is where it's supposed to be. And if it's never where it's supposed to be, then I'll just fall back from YouTube altogether. It is what it is. Listen, it's in y'all hand. If my commentary is not appreciated, then I'll go elsewhere. I do a lot to try to keep my channel purged of people who are just spectators. I need real active people who want to push forth this truth, and I don't seem to be getting that. I'm getting a lot of people who just want to be entertained. We not with that over here. We with the truth. So if you don't follow me on Patreon, patreon.com/newbreed. For those who really support, thank y'all for showing up, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Shalom and peace.